race.
Next up, we've got the Superminis.
So the Misano Moto Imports will be heading out next, and they'll, as you can see, the rest of the riders just coming in there. The rain still coming down quite a bit, so next group will be coming out in just a moment. We'll hopefully get a grid up for you as well. So, and here it is. So, grid for race 1 of the Superminis. Dane Blackburn in first position, Joe Dickinson in second, Reece Stevenson in third with Matt Bolsover in fourth. Luke Bithell in 5th place with Tom Lewis in 6th. James Edwards in 7th place with Joshua Bednarak there in 8th. Lawrence Wardle in 9th place. Aaron Howe in 10th. Rob Booth in 11th. Callum Brown in 12th place. Callum Ricketts in 13th with Sam Crooks in 14th. Mike Edwards in 15th. Jack Bednarak in 16th place on the number 19. Mark Evans in 17th. Dean Bednarak in 18th. Simon Chambers in 19th. Nathan Smith in 20th, with Mike Smallbones in 21st place, rounding out your grid with a 111.1. Again, these guys are going to go out for their few warm-up laps just to get used to the new circuit layout, because the last time they were out on circuit, it was, of course, the original layout. So these guys have not actually ridden this layout yet. As you can see there, the rain on the camera. And as we go back to the start-finish line, as the rest of the riders come through, and that rain is really starting to come down. Now, you can see the sun through the clouds there. The sun is just in shot. But the problem is it's behind, yes, a large amount of cloud.
Yeah, I think this is the last group to have a practice session, Anthony.
Ah, okay.
I seem to remember on the phone call to Alan at the start of the stream, or just before the stream started, he said the first 4 classes will get, I'm not sure if he meant the first 4 races or the first 4 classes, because obviously the last 2 races have been in the same class. But it's either this or the next one. This is the last one with a practice session. You've pointed something out to me on Facebook.
Yes, so we were thinking that Chase Collingmore was 14 years old because he was in the adult class. But we've just had a message come through saying he's actually 12 years old.
Fantastic. Well, the rules and regulations say 14 plus, but for a rider as experienced as Chase, you know, it's no harm for him. Evidently, no harm for him to be racing in and amongst the adults. Congratulations to Chase on finishing second in that last race. Looking forward to see how he gets on this afternoon.
Well, let's see, hopefully with nicer conditions, but we'll see how that goes. Now, that puddle, is it me or is it getting larger? Is that track getting a bit narrower on the inside?
Support coming in for our pole sitter Dane Blackburn from his mum and dad. Glad to have you guys watching at home. They look to be ready to line up.
Yeah, I think now the flags are waving is a indication that they are going to be stopping on the grid. And again, more support coming in these tricky conditions. They're going to be lining up on the grid now, and we're going to get the minis away very, very soon. Again, lots of support coming in. Good luck to Tom Lewis. It's coming out there here at Three Sisters. And you can see the grid there all getting into position. Looks like third place isn't in position yet. Who's supposed to be in third? Reece Stevenson? There he is. He's now in position.
Yep, so in the whites, that's your pole sitter Dane Blackburn in black. Joe Dickinson. Reece Stevenson, as we said, has just pulled up in the nice blue and lime green in 4th place. That was Matt Bolsover. Luke Bithell is in the red and white in 5th. The 6th man on your screen in black, green and yellow is Tom Lewis.
There we go. So let's see what we can do this time around. There's Alan just in the background keeping an eye on everyone. He's braving the rain. And let's see what we can do for the start of this. Green flag is up.
Slight jump start from third.
Yeah, that is not going to be good, and that is going to be, I think, a jump start for our third place man, Reece Stevenson. It was a very obvious one there as they go through into turns 1 and 2, all getting away. And let's see what they can do as they enter into Luna. As that big dollop of water on the camera there playing havoc, but it looks like Dane Blackburn still in front of Joe Dickinson, and Reece Stevenson still in third. So your top three doesn't look like it's changed, but here comes Dickinson on Blackburn and easily gets past on the back straight. And that is Matt Bolsover there in third place now, hasn't it?
It is indeed. Matt Bolsover had a great year in BMB last year, but hasn't been to every round this year. Still looks like a competitive rider as they cross the line for the first time. It's Dickinson, Blackburn, Bolsover.
There we go, and support coming in for Bolsover as well as he moves up into third place. Fastest man on the circuit as well, Joe Dickinson, your race leader, 47.833. He's the fastest rider on circuit at the moment as they come round Luna again. And again, the fourth place rider there as well, trying to just keep everyone of those, the 3:07. So I think that's Tom Lewis, actually, in fourth place, who's gaining on these guys as well. Reece Stevenson's gone down into fifth.
Challenger at the
front.
front.
Oh, and a rider's gone down in the background. Third place, I believe that was Bolsover. Bolsover hits the tyres and causes carnage there. And yeah, his bike's up into the trees. I just saw it out the corner of my eye there as he was trying to really pull the power down. His visor's come off as well, but he looks to be okay. But that bike is all the way up into the trees there. And yeah, so massive shame for that one. As apologies there as the grid just appeared up as one of the marshals there coming over to just help him out. Back with the leaders though, and they're going to be coming into yellow flag conditions as well. This is a little further back. Race leaders there just in front, only two of them now. Of course, Bolsover was one of those, but unfortunately has crashed out as they were going up the hill. But yellow flags out in that section. So riders, of course, won't be allowed to overtake. But down into the final corner, and yellow flags everywhere, actually, I think, at the moment. I think, have they...
That's Matt Bolsover's bike, the reason for the yellow flags. They are still racing, though.
No, they are still racing. No, I saw a yellow flag in turn 1, but I didn't see anyone down, so I think they cleared quickly. I thought we had like a full course yellow situation there, but no, we don't. We are back racing again, and it is still Dickinson leading from Blackburn, Lewis, Stevenson, Bithell, Edwards, Bednarak, and Howe. Wardle and Crooks are your top 10 as well. So 6 laps to go. And who have we got here? This is the 30. This is Tom Lewis and Reece Stevenson. So this is the battle for third place. And Stevenson looking down the inside as well as they will come downhill into the final corner. This is your race leaders. This is Joe Dickinson and Blackburn. They're crossing the line now. They're going to be starting lap 5 laps to go. And Reece Stevenson again piling on the pressure to Lewis. Bithell just behind as well.
Yeah, that battle for third is very close. Dickinson seems to have the measure of Blackburn for the moment up top.
Yeah, let's just see what they can do. Again, personal best coming in all the way through the field. Fastest man on the last lap was actually Joe Dickinson, 46.467. So even in these conditions, he's putting out some quick times as they all hunker down now, trying to get through this section here. And it's still Tom Lewis in third. He's still under some serious pressure from the guys behind, and there's big motions there, and that looks like Bithell has got in front of Stevenson.
Yeah, chopping and changing third, fourth and fifth. There's a confirmation there to the left-hand side of your screen. Bithell is now fourth place. Stevenson still in the battle, though. Yeah,
so there we go. So Stevenson, after that interesting start where he made a slight jump there, he's still holding on into P5 at the moment. Let's just see what they can do as they enter onto the back straight, as the rest of the grid goes over the start-finish line, and here they come. So on the back straight, it is still Lewis from Bithell from Stevenson, and let's just see what they can do up the hill. There is the recovered...
Matt Bolsover.
Yeah, Matt Bolsover
to
there.
The inside goes Bithell. I think he's got third place.
As we look down into the final corner, let's see who comes through onto the starting grid. It's side by side, a little jostling there for position. Gets in front, switches back to the inside. Who's going to cross the line first? Bithell crosses from Lewis. So Bithell had taken third place from Lewis with 3 laps to go. And let's just see what they can do now onto the infield straight. So into Luna as the rest of the field come through, avoiding that big infield puddle. And they're going round Luna now at the moment, and we'll see them appear just out of shot onto the back straight. There they are. So we'll follow them now as they start to head past the commentary box, up the hill. Stevenson looking to the inside, but it looks like Bithel's got it covered from Lewis. But it looked like Lewis was in front of Bithell. I can't tell. I can't see from the bike number, but he may have got past him on that lap. Let's see what he can do as they enter into the or across the start-finish line to who's in front. No, it's still Bithell. Stevenson gets in front of Lewis as well, so Stevenson back up into 4th place. But all this time, and that looks like a mechanical issue for one of the bikes there, and I think that
Bithell, isn't it?
Is that Bithell? Yes, I think Bithell with an issue from P3. So that is a disaster for Bithell. Yeah, massive disaster for him.
Yeah, disappointing to see anyone drop out of a race, especially when they're in a battle such as this one. To the top of the hill comes Tom Lewis, who's now up into 3rd place. Following that, he's gone up 2 places this lap, and the next one, Anthony, will be here last. It
will indeed. So let's just see what he can do this time as they come over the start-finish line. Last lap board is out for Joe Dickinson. He has got a 3-second lead from Blackburn, who is in P2, and this is the battle further down. There's yellow flags in that section. That will, of course, will be for Luke Bithell, who will be recovering. But we have got Tom Lewis in 3rd and Reece Stevenson in 4th, so they'll be the guys we'll want to keep an eye on. They're the closest battle out there for the position that we want, and there's another rider down. I can see an 818, I think I can see there.
Bednarak.
Yeah, it is. Oh, and another rider goes down right next to him as well. And again, these conditions super, super tricky. The checker flag goes out for Joe Dickinson and Dane Blackburn as well. Reece Stevenson takes 3rd place from Tom Lewis. Tom Lewis down into 4th with Aaron Howe in 5th. Luke Bithell crosses in 6th place, so he didn't lose out that much, I would say. So Sam Crooks crosses the line in 7th, Rob Booth in 8th, Mike Edwards in 9th, Jack Bednarak in 10th place, Lawrence Wardle in 11th, with Mark Evans in 12th place. Callum Ricketts crossing the line in 13th place. Rest of the field come through now. The next 3, it's Simon Chambers, Mike Smallbones, Nathan Smith. Callum Brown hasn't crossed the line, so I believe one of those was Callum Brown down in that corner. And it looks like he's got back up as well. So it looks like everyone is okay through that section. But Callum Brown and Dean Bednarak, 2 riders that I don't believe will make it to the finish line. But that is, of course, the end of the Misano inputs. What are we heading to next?
Next up, Anthony, it's the Pit Bike Veterans.
Excellent stuff.